Hello everyone, Randy here again, and we are playing Farming Simulator 15 on Sosnovka, the Gold Edition map from Farming Simulator 15, and pretty much more or less picking up where we left off last episode. Got the plowing, got the little Zetor Major here cultivating, and then I need to get the combine and our unloading tractor going yet. So let's tab over that away, and I detect a little problem here. Let's move this tractor out of the way here first. That's in the way because that's where the GPS, I don't need that. In the way because that's where the course by course there stops. So we'll just see if he'll start here. Looks like he might. Okay. Okay, maybe he won't. Oh, he's probably coming to unload us. That's probably what he's doing. Okay, that's fine. Get the combine fired up here. And I figure we'll do some more combine driving ourselves here this episode. So for that, I'm going to set up the GPS mod. Let's see here. I've got to reconfigure my buttons on my steering wheel here just a little bit. That should be good. Yeah, for the GPS mod here, I've actually set it up on my steering wheel now, and actually on the steering wheel, so I can actually start and stop the GPS, open it up, set the width, that type of thing. And then what I did, I configured the red button on the loader control there on the side panel. That is my... That definitely did not go in the right direction. Let's try that again. There we go. Yes, I configured the red button on the loader control here for locking the steering on the GPS. Or basically auto steer. I figure for most of the equipment I have that I'm going to be using GPS for, the chances of me are needing to push the red button for another function is probably pretty slim, so. And then the one button I need to reconfigure yet is actually my change view button. I made that set the GPS, basically align the GPS. So I need to change that button yet. I probably shouldn't have made that button the same thing. I had forgotten when I was configuring the GPS that that was what that did. So, like I said, I need to reconfigure that a little bit, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the setup and working pretty good. I've only been using it for a couple of days now, and I've been liking it, so. And then for the purple buttons on the side panel, I did unconfigure all of those except for 2 and 3 that they still speed up time yet. The main reason I didn't unconfigure 2 and 3 was because I couldn't find it in the list, and I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking either. I didn't really care. And it's like 1, 6, 7, 8. That gives me 4 buttons I can play with for different things. So I got 6 as start the vehicle, and 7 is my parking brake. And then I still got 8 and 1 I can set up for something yet. Haven't really decided. I'm probably going to set like maybe 8 as the GPS or something. We'll see once. All stuff I've got to figure out yet. That's the one thing the steering wheel and side panel, they claim to be mod friendly, with lots of buttons. And yeah, there's lots of buttons here, but they all come pre-configured. You know, Giants didn't leave any empty buttons. All the buttons do something. So, you know, if you got a mod that needs a certain function, and, you know, you're going to kind of want to pick and choose which button. It's not like there's any empty available buttons. So you got to be a little bit careful what buttons you're going to be playing with. Okay, and I'm not seeing that tractor coming. That's interesting. Glancemon, where is he at here? Courseplay, Zetor. Oh, is he? It doesn't say he's stuck, and it doesn't say he's moving. Okay, let's stop here a minute. Just check up on him. Ah, he's probably off the field. I know it doesn't look like he is, but probably just enough that that's causing it to not detect the combine. And that is the button I just changed the view with. That is the one I need to reconfigure for my GPS. Like I said, I got that for aligning the GPS, which as long as I'm, you know, going straight nice and down the field like this, doesn't matter. If I change view and align the GPS at the same time, it shouldn't change, but I still need to reconfigure that button and take that off there. And money-wise, we're back in the red again. I'm sure the bankers won't be too happy about that. Oh well. Oh, and we're full. Might make it there in time. Got the pipe out right. Oh, I guess I can't see from here. I do. Excellent. Now, I thought typically you could usually see your pipe from your combine cab, but apparently you can't. I can just see it pouring there. Kind of cool to watch it go down in the back there. Oh, he must be full. Okay. Oh, yeah, he is. With the GPS set up here on my steering wheel and side panel, pretty much means I hopefully don't have to touch my keyboard. At least that's going to be the theory. You know, obviously with the fact that I've taken the drive control and put them on 6, 7 there, and unconfigured 1 and 8, I'll still have to, you know, if I want to access this menu, go to the keyboard, or if I want to access finances, go to the keyboard. Oh, let's see, what other menu was there? If I want to access the store, that type of thing. Then I'll have to use the keyboard for that. But I figure most of the time, I'm not like constantly accessing that stuff, so whereas I am quite frequently starting tractors, taking the parking brake off, doing stuff with the GPS, that type of thing. And hopefully this barley here will bring us some good money. Obviously now that we bought the corn planter, we'll be planting some corn here this time around. I'll probably just plant all the fields the same, all corn. I should probably check up on those 2 tractors over there, make sure they're still playing nice. The Kirovitz over there is obviously going much faster. It's got a smaller implement. The plow is smaller than the cultivator, but he is going much faster with it, so hopefully keeping ahead of them. The Zetor Major there. I hear the tractor coming. We better wait a minute here. Otherwise, we'll probably end up in the trees. We'll probably still end up in the trees, but we'll try not to if we can help it. Yeah, with him being right there, I'm not sure what he's going to do. If he's going to stop or... Yeah, looks like he's just going to sit there and kind of be in our way, maybe. Oh, he's going to move. Excellent. Watch him move into a tree, probably. Oh, I don't know where he went. Let's get out of here before he runs into the back of us. I fully expect the glance mod up there to say he's slipping or blocked any moment here. Oh, there we go. Oh, what did I just say? Except it was the course play that said it, not the glance mod, but... Oh, you found a nice rock there, did you? Drive through that, eh? There. Now, how about you try not crashing into any trees or rocks this time? Not that complicated, trust me. Okay, maybe it is if you folks have seen my driving. Oh, looks like that's a tornado. Actually, might be catching up with the plow there. And part of the problem with that is, too, the hired worker doesn't really use the width of that plow properly. It doesn't use it properly, period. But even width-wise, it's not even using the full width of the plow. It wastes a lot of width on that plow. And looks like I had better maybe stop this guy here just a moment. Let curve bits get a little bit more ahead. And after this field, we got one more field to harvest yet. All barley, of course. Just starting out on the maps, I typically like to plan all the fields the same. Kind of makes it easy for selling and harvesting. Won't have to worry about different types of crops on what fields and whatnot. Kind of cool, looks like some of the gauges on that monitor work. And I'm suspecting that tractor, yeah, he is. I'm going to actually stop here. Maybe I can go a little bit farther. Go like in there somewhere, maybe. That way he won't, hopefully, crash into any trees. Okay, let's go again. Let's see. Hopefully he won't get stuck this time. He'd probably just sit there, I'm assuming. Okay, that's definitely a weird spot to sit if he's going to stay there. Definitely means he's going to be off the field too, so we'll have to correct that. So he's going to stay. Yeah, he's going to stay there. It looks like. Okay. Horseplay sure is proving its worthlessness here. That's for sure. Now I could go in and manually select the combine at this point, and then it wouldn't matter where he is, he would still come, but we'll just see if we can leave him on automatic. I tend to prefer that. Okay, we'll read a couple of comments here from the last couple of episodes. Jamie was saying you can't put concrete into a container like that on the this is episode 6 of the Munchwinkle map. He says I can't put concrete into a container like that. Hey, well, did you watch the video? Because I sure did. Yes, I know what he means. You, real life definitely wouldn't be putting... Well, you could put concrete into a container like that, I guess. Just good luck getting it out. Samuel was saying next time we mess around, we need to get some combines and a combine demolition derby going. Sounds like that could be rather interesting. Jip was asking, for the Logitech G27, the foot pedals have mounts on the bottom of them. Says he wants to mount them on some sort of board setup. Seems like they would move all over. The G27 pedals do have mounts on the bottom of them. They're threaded bolt holes. And as far as moving all over, I've never had a trouble with that. I've got a carpeted floor, and it's the G27 pedals actually have a couple little carpet grabber doohickeys. It's actually got a little thing under there that flops down, and it'll stick into the carpet. I've never actually had any trouble with them sliding around. And then hard floor, there are little rubber feet under there as well, so I'm not sure how well that works on hard floor, but at least as far as carpet is concerned, I've never had any issues with the G27 pedals sliding around. I can't quite say that about the Farming Simulator steering pedals. They're kind of light compared to the G27. The G27 pedals are actually quite heavy. The Farming Simulator pedals, though, are a little on the lighter side. And while it does have the grabbers as well, because it's so light, it doesn't grab quite as well, and it can slip backwards over time. Okay, a comment in another language that I cannot read, so I'll skip that one. Crab Farms was saying, well, Raphael did make the original of the 9RX. Says he's one of the best in the business, but sadly someone took the 9560R, added it into the 9560RX, and then released it without permission or credits. That's kind of too bad. I know you see that happen quite a bit in the mods. Yeah, the only thing with that, I would have to say, with the whole without permission or credits, it all depends on how it works with the mods. Probably technically for the John Deere owns the rights to the licensing for that, so I'm not actually sure how that works, you know, even the legality of making a mod like that. Probably because we're not paying for it, it's probably okay, but if you were to pay for it, then it definitely would not be okay. That would be my guess on how the laws work. Is that door's back already? Wow. Okay. Speaking of Zetor, let's get our Zetor cultivator back on the job. Go. And I'll make it a little more challenging here for course play. I cannot load on the go. You know, that's the whole things with the mods in the first place. You know, people supposedly releasing stuff without permission. You know, like I said, with the laws, I'm not sure how that works, but the original mod author, how much rights do they really have? Probably in the end, not as much as you may think. So, to say someone's releasing it without permission, legality-wise, it actually might be okay. So, I'm not saying that's a good thing, I'm just saying it's probably legality might not actually be an issue. Definitely not a very nice thing to do. I mean, if you know, someone built a mod and then you go kind of put it up somewhere and take the credit for it, that's definitely not a very nice thing to do, but Robert was saying just because it says it's a case IH620 does not mean the horsepower is actually 620. The case quad track there actually has 692 horsepower, and the John Deere has 616. Yeah, so what he's saying, yep. And I think I mentioned that in the video that he was talking about it on there. The case quad track in the game here does have 692 horsepower. You folks ever wonder what the horsepower is on a tractor? A lot of the times the numbers at the end numbers will say the horsepower. Now it's not necessarily true in the case of the quad track. And even some of the more modern tractors, they're bumping up the horsepower on them and leaving the model numbers the same. So, correct me if I'm wrong, I'd like to say there was a case 620 that had 620 horsepower, but the newer models now have 600 and, I guess it's 92? Sounds a little high, but is that... it is 692. I was going to say like 672 for some reason, but it is 692 horsepower. Whereas, you know, the T9 565, according to this, it does have 565 horsepower, so... You know, 320, 320 horsepower. Same thing with a T8 here, the 435, 435 horsepower. Now, the Case Magnum 380 here is another good example of what the quad track Magnum 380, older one had 380 horsepower, but the new one has apparently 435, at least in the game here. And if I recall correctly, I think it is real life as well, so... Anyway, back to the whole thing with the mods again. And to say, oh, actually, let me go back to the comment here. Just now back to Craft Farms' comment. He says, but sadly, someone took the 9560, edited into the 9560 RX, and released it without permissions or credit. And to say he took it, in order for him to take it, he had to release it in the first place. So. I'm not saying Raphael fellow here actually wanted to release it officially, but you know, no one could have actually took that. He actually had to release it for someone to take it. if that makes sense. So. Oh, let's see what's here. How much barley are we getting here? Only 60,000. Okay, I thought there'd been a lot more in there than that by now. Guess that's a small trailer. Only roughly 15,000 at a time if he has it full. Watch. Oh, yeah, okay, now I can read it. I was saying the sky there, I couldn't quite read it. The Zetor has 14,063 barley in him at the moment. So yeah, he's going away not quite full. Interesting. Definitely liking the GPS on the side panel here for auto steer. Works quite nice. Kind of got all three buttons right there. You know, down with the header, hit the cruise control, and hit the GPS. And now we just pretty much need one more tractor, I would say, and we can actually have a tractor planting as well and be all set. And yeah, like I said, hopefully after selling this crop we'll have enough. I have to get back out of the hole here first though, apparently. Too bad though the Gold Edition didn't come with actually any larger equipment. You know, we just got the small tipper there. Too bad it didn't come with one more larger tipper. Because if we get a bigger tipper, we're either going to have to go with a modded one or in-game one. And I don't really have a whole lot of good modded tippers, so probably go with an in-game one. And we'll have to see once. I do have the gravity wing. It's obviously one of my favorites, but kind of used those already, so we'll see if we got something different. Anyway, folks, looking at the time, I think we'll wrap it up there. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to let me know and leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.